Once upon a time, in a serene mountain village, there lived a young monk named Keshava. Keshava was known for his unwavering dedication to his spiritual path, his kind-hearted nature, and his insatiable thirst for knowledge. He had chosen a life of simplicity and solitude, seeking enlightenment and inner peace. One sunny morning, as Keshava was meditating in the temple, he heard a soft knock on the door. Opening his eyes, he saw a troubled villager standing before him. The villager, named Ravi, had a look of desperation in his eyes. "Please, wise monk," Ravi pleaded. "My daughter Leela is gravely ill. The doctors have tried everything, but nothing seems to work. I have heard tales of your wisdom and healing abilities. Please help me save my daughter." Moved by Ravi's desperation, Keshava agreed to accompany him to his village. They traveled through thick forests, crossed gushing rivers, and climbed treacherous mountains until they finally reached Ravi's humble abode. Leela, a young girl of 12, lay in bed, weak and pale. Her eyes, once vibrant and full of life, now seemed dull and lifeless. Keshava approached her and gently placed his hand on her forehead, closing his eyes in deep concentration. Days turned into weeks, and Keshava remained by Leela's side, tending to her every need. He administered herbal remedies, recited ancient chants, and infused the room with positive energy. Slowly but surely, Leela's condition began to improve. Her cheeks regained their rosy hue, and a spark returned to her eyes. Villagers from far and wide heard of Keshava's miraculous healing abilities and flocked to him with their own troubles. Some sought physical healing, while others yearned for guidance and solace in their troubled lives. Keshava selflessly attended to each and every one of them, offering comfort and healing to those in need. Word of Keshava's extraordinary powers reached the ears of a powerful king named Ashoka. Intrigued, the king invited Keshava to his grand palace, where he hoped the monk could provide him with guidance and counsel. Keshava, ever humble, accepted the invitation and embarked on a new journey. As Keshava arrived at the opulent palace, he was greeted with great pomp and splendor. The king, adorned in regal attire, welcomed the monk with reverence. "O wise Keshava," King Ashoka said, "I have heard of your incredible abilities to heal and guide others. I seek your wisdom. How can I become a just and compassionate ruler, one who brings peace and prosperity to his kingdom?" Keshava smiled gently and replied, "Patience is power, my king. In your pursuit of justice and compassion, you must exercise great patience. Patience allows you to listen attentively to your subjects, to understand their needs and concerns. It enables you to make wise decisions, considering the long-term consequences rather than seeking instant gratification. A patient ruler brings stability and harmony to his kingdom." The king pondered over Keshava's words, realizing the truth they held. He invited the monk to stay in the palace and serve as his trusted advisor. Keshava accepted the offer, grateful for the opportunity to guide the king on his path to benevolence. Days turned into months, and months into years. King Ashoka, under Keshava's guidance, transformed into a just and patient ruler. He implemented policies that uplifted the poor, protected the weak, and fostered a culture of peace and harmony. The kingdom flourished under his compassionate reign. Keshava, content with the positive impact he had made, yearned for the tranquility of his humble abode in the mountains. He approached King Ashoka and expressed his desire to return to his simple life as a monk. "O wise Keshava," the king said with gratitude, "your teachings and presence have been invaluable to me and my kingdom. But I understand your longing for solitude. I shall grant you your wish and forever cherish the wisdom you have imparted to me." With a heavy heart, Keshava bid farewell to the king and the palace that had become his second home. He trekked through the familiar forests, crossed the gushing rivers, and climbed the treacherous mountains until he reached his beloved mountain village. The villagers welcomed him back with open arms, grateful for the knowledge and healing he had shared with them. Keshava resumed his life of simplicity and solitude, spending his days meditating, studying ancient scriptures, and helping those who sought his wisdom. Years passed, and Keshava grew old. His face, weathered by time, was adorned with lines of wisdom and tranquility. One quiet evening, as the sun gently dipped below the horizon, Keshava took his final breath, surrounded by the love and gratitude of those whose lives he had touched. The news of Keshava's passing spread like wildfire, reaching far and wide. People from all walks of life mourned the loss of the great monk, who had taught them the power of patience, compassion, and selflessness. In the years that followed, tales of Keshava's wisdom and teachings were passed down from generation to generation. His story became a reminder that patience is indeed power, capable of transforming lives and bringing about profound change. And so, the legacy of Keshava, the patient monk, lived on, inspiring countless souls to cultivate patience in their own lives, for they understood that within patience lay the power to overcome